Here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Moore, the man in motion. On second down, here's Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll make it third down. You look at this Eagle defense. Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
31. 29. 31.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He'll buy some time right. He'll get this one complete. That's 8. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And the return will stop right around the 25. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Two Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves if we're going to have that kind of a reference. They've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Tillman motions to the left.
Now a first down throw, Watson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. You look at this Eagle defense.
They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of. I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great.
because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. White now to return. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. We'll get this up to about the 44. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
2nd down and 6 now. Throwing is Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch, and that's good coverage once again there to force another 4th down.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And, Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Chubb on the counter. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's Watson now on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Pushing through tacklers at the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led to...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, it's Strong.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw is Watson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
His throw incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
That is caught and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Now a give right side Swift.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, Silver. Hey.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From the end zone, it's Strong. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee you he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
A mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick-6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes our score 17-0.
Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. To throw on 2nd is Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey, thumbs up, alert.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns.
Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Watson's throw complete there to Moore. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, 30 yards.
And the Browns take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down. Here's Hurts.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 4th down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Here's Swift.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, it's Strong.
That shoves him off at the 20.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, 31! Hey, we got a snapper.
Here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Watson looks to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Now Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Watson on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Cooper, the man in motion right.
Another time now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Hey! Hey!
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 33 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, it's Strong. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A passing look here. 5 receivers in the formation on 2nd and 4. Now it's Watson.
Open man, that's Tillman.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To the air yet again, Watson. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
To throw is Watson.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
3rd and 2, Watson. That is caught. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, 24. Hey, 24.
Again, it's Watson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on second is Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Philadelphia, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.